Hey guys, it's Vaness here with Notary to Notary, and I want to tell you in this video how you can start making six figures as a notary today. Okay, well, you won't start making six figures today, but you can start building your notary business to start making six figures in the near future. Now, people always come to me and they say, Vanessa, I want to do this. How can I get it? And they have a lot of doubt because they haven't seen people making six figures on a regular. Let me tell you something. When I first got started as a notary, I was not making six figures, okay? I was making a couple, $20, $40, $50, $100 here and there, but it wasn't until I started to work on myself and learn my industry, that's when I started to make more money. So, you wanna make six figures? You know what you gotta work on? You. Okay? You have to take time to really invest in yourself. You know, a lot of notaries come to me, or aspiring notaries that come to me and they say, hey, I want to do six figures. And I say, okay, great. This is what it takes. It's a lot of time. You're going to quit your job. And they're like, ooh, about that. But it really comes down to the confidence in self. So like when I first started, no one around me, no family members, no one that was in my friend circle, no one was really entrepreneurs. And if they did have a little side hustle, it wasn't making six figures. So I had no roadmap to go off of. I had to just wing it. And when you embark on something that you've never done before, it's scary, it's intimidating, you know, and especially if you're talking to your friends and family like, oh, don't do this. When I first was getting started and I wanted to quit my job and go full time, I had numerous friends and family that would say, hey, you have kids, what about insurance? You need security. Security, that's not even a thing. How many of you guys ever been laid off from your job or fired? And it's crazy because you'll go to work and they'll wait till you finish your shift and say, you know what, about this, okay? So there's really no thing as job security. Unless you're working for a job that has a contract that they cannot break, there is no security. So you can be laid off at any time. And when I truly understood that I was at the beck and mercy of my employers and really they didn't care about me, if I was to die tomorrow, they would, oh, so sad, replace me. Your life is really up to you and what you make of it. And so you have to truly invest in yourself. If I never invested in myself and took time to learn about the things that I was doing wrong, the things that I didn't know, and changing my friend circle, I would never have started making six figures as a notary. I would never have quit my job. I would never have traveled the whole U.S. teaching people about notary and how to get started. I would never have had the Notary Business Center. As a matter of fact, let's go inside. So this is the Notary Business Center, and I opened this facility probably about a year ago, July of 2022. But the same thing happened. When I wanted to open this building, I got a lot of flack and feedback that was saying it's not the right time, we're going into a recession, real estate's gonna go, you know, and it was just like, why would you do that? But I had a vision and I wanted to see it. I said, I feel like I really need to do this. And so I betted on myself and I decided to take that leap. And so here, just so you're aware, we do notary services, loan closings, e-notary, we have virtual office addresses. This is actually a co-working space. We offer quite a bit of services like weddings, fingerprinting, things like that. And so all of this is only here today because I said yes to myself in 2014. When I quit my job in 2016, when everyone was saying, don't quit, what about health insurance and 401k and all that good stuff? I said, the math's not mathing for me. I'm gonna bet on me. And guess what? I said to myself, if I quit and I go do this and it doesn't work out, I can always get another job. There is no deficit of jobs. There's jobs everywhere, you know? So I said I can always go back to work, but let me try to bet on myself and see what kind of quality of life I can produce. And it was the best decision I've ever made. So going from 2006 on up, I was making about 10 grand a month, okay, working as a notary, doing general notary work and loan closings and some field inspections at that time. Now, of course, I added on e-notary and weddings and things like that, but I betted on myself and it wasn't easy. So don't feel like, oh, I can get in here tomorrow and make six figures. No, it was work, okay? There were days where I would do 10 closings in a day. Okay, I would work Monday through Saturday, sometimes on Sundays. Like I would literally be up. I think my earliest closing I would ever take is like 7 a.m. The latest would be 9 p.m. So I could be at work all day, but I worked for myself. I set my own schedule. So the beautiful part about it is I have kids. And so if they were sick or if they had events, I didn't have to go to work. And that was the biggest thing for me. And this is why I tell everybody, if you're working a job you don't like, you know, it's frustrating, you don't like your boss, you don't like what you actually do, Being a notary gives you time freedom. It allows you to be able to decide when you work. It also gives you financial freedom because based off how much you work is how much you get paid. You set your own rates, but you can work more. Let's say you want to make more money. You can always work more. You can add more services, add more skill sets. It's really up to you, but there's so much you can do within this industry. Plus, I've always wanted a conference room. So this is our conference room where we have our notary trainings. If we have a large signing happening, we'll come in here. But I've always wanted a conference room because you know, like when you see those old movies and there's like this huge conference room and the CEO's at the front and he's all like serious face. And I said, oh, I want a conference room. But I don't get all serious face. We like to have a lot of fun here. But for me, you know, being able to expand into this space was a dream come true to me because it allows me to be able to not only have my work come to me, I can still go out and do notary work. And so to be able to be in this space and also have like my kids have their own office room in here too, so they have a room where they can come in and do any activities or schoolwork in, and then you'll see the rooms in a minute. We have a lot of space here, and this is something that I said that I wanted. It was on my vision board, and I got it. I mentioned that because a lot of times we set dreams and aspirations for ourselves, but we don't think we can really get it. We don't work towards it. We kind of just get stuck in the same day-to-day mundane routine, and when that happens, life passes you by. Birthday after birthday after birthday, you're like, hey, I'm still in the same place. You are keeping yourself in the same place. So if you want to change your life, it starts with you. If you don't do anything today, guess what? Tomorrow, it's the same thing because you're not changing anything. So it's like you can predict your future because you're doing the same thing every day. And you are the only one that can change your life. It doesn't matter what you watch, who you talk to, none of that stuff. If you don't actually take action, your life will stay the same. So if you're watching this and you're like, Vanessa, I definitely don't like my job, don't like my current living situation, whatever it is, you can change it, but you have to make that decision to change it. And I just so happen to be teaching you how to do that through the notary space. So let's do a tour of the rest of the facility. So this was the conference room, and where we were just at earlier is the lobby. And this is where all of our clients come in, whether they're getting apostilles, fingerprinting, notary assignments, notary work, things like that. This is where they come. And actually, while we were shooting this one, we actually had to pause because we had people come in the center. So this is where it happens. Look at our cute little seats and chairs. Oh my gosh. Side note, I designed the whole thing. What? Okay, all right, so come on down. We have my office. We have our mail room, which is for our virtual office addresses. We also do LLC setups, registered agent services, all that good stuff. We have independent co-working spaces in here. This is a private office, and this is where we have notaries that want to come in and they will do loan closings in here. We partner with title companies who will have their signers come here if they don't want notaries to go to their house. And then we also just have people who want to work in here. So other entrepreneurs or notary business owners who want to come in and work inside these rooms. This is where you can get out of your house and kind of just set the tone. And one thing I think is really important too, when I think about my journey, is changing my environment is so important. So all those friends that I had before, I don't have them anymore. But I had to change, and I'm still changing. I'm still cleaning up my friend circle, cleaning up people that I network with, because who you hang around does become who you become like. And I think the rule is what? The closest 5 people to you is basically how you're going to be. So whatever the medium income range is, the closest 5 people to you, you will be typically in that range. Like now, I don't have a lot of friends or people that are always in my circle that work regular jobs because our lives just not the same. So, you know, I don't operate on that 9 to 5 kind of schedule. So I'm all over. I can do whatever I want to. So I have people who do what I do, but I also made it my business to make friends with successful business owners. Because the reality is every business is basically the same for the most part. Different product, different service, but how you run it is basically the same. Everyone has marketing, sales, accounting, social media, all that good stuff. So me making friends with other successful business owners was a plus for me because I'm learning from them. And we have similar pain points and similar successes, so we can all teach each other. But I had to get rid of the negative Nancys, the naysayers, the people who just want to go to work and go to happy hour. Like, I had to cut all of that because that wasn't the life that I wanted for myself. And I was telling a friend of mine recently that, You know, I went out probably like 2 or 3 months ago, and we went out to this lounge, and I remember just looking at everyone was so excited just for Friday. You know, they were just like, oh my gosh, it's Friday. You know, they can go out, you know, they have fun, drink, all that good stuff. But it was like, that was their one escape. Their one escape was Friday. That was it. And then maybe Saturday, but then they go back to work, and it's like, well, that's over. And that's only 1 or 2 days out of your whole life. Plus, there's so much more to life to experience. You know, there's traveling, there's, you know, just different experience you can have that I was never able to do before. You know, if I would have stayed in the same positions that I had, the same like 40-hour week kind of jobs that I've had before that were kind of like entry level, or even like the management roles, I wouldn't have been able to travel as much as I have. I wouldn't be able to have had as many experiences that I've now had, because the income would not have sustained enough for me to do that. But when you're an entrepreneur, you basically dictate how much you make. And so not only did it give me the time and financial freedom, it allowed me to actually enjoy my life. It allowed me to be able to experience all that is on this earth for me to, and I'm not even done. I just get started, okay? But that's the biggest thing for me. And it started off too with changing my circle, putting people around me that would hold me to a higher standard. So if you're around people who are like, oh, it's okay, you can keep eating the burgers and the fries and the junk food, you know, you're not gonna, and the reality is you're not gonna have enough energy to run a successful company, because you get the, what did you get tired in the middle of the day, that 2 o'clock, like, you know, you can't stay up, you can't perform because you're eating bad. You know, a lot of people that I know that are successful entrepreneurs, they work out very, you know, strictly, like very, very on a schedule, and then they eat really well. You know, they take time to invest in reading, conferences, you know, self-care. Like all of that is things that people don't talk about when it comes to entrepreneurship and building a business, but it does play a part, I can promise you. Goal setting, positive affirmations, you know, deciding who you're gonna be and how. If there's anyone in your space or in your industry that's successful, you can do it too. You're just missing something. If you've been doing it and you're not successful, there's something that you're missing, or there's something that you're doing that you need to stop doing. Because everyone can do it. It's an even playing field. It's just a matter of how you're applying those principles. So then we have another co-working space. And then we have our larger co-working spaces in here, which allows for larger groups. We also have companies that can come in and do like large group sessions. And then we have other events that happen in these other rooms. We have 2 rooms like this. And then the fun room. You haven't seen the fun room yet. This is the fun room. This is where all the magic happens. Not all the magic, but a lot of the magic. How many of you guys have social media channels, TikToks, YouTube, all that good stuff, podcasts? This is our media room. So in the media room, we do podcasts, we do videos, we do pictures, we do headshots, a little bit of everything. You know, and so entrepreneurs can come here to start to build their brand, you know, and I coach them on like different things they can do to make their business successful, things to stop doing, all that good stuff. So yeah, it's been a journey, but I've been enjoying every step of the way. You know, I continue to learn, I continue to read, I continue to invest in my craft. And I feel like anyone can have the life they desire. It's just a matter of what you're putting into it. First is define the life that you want. And then second is to go for it, okay? And just remove anything out of your path that's not gonna line up with the vision that you set. So I wanna leave you with this last question too. I was reading a book recently and it asked, who is the most important person in your life? My answer was myself. Cat's out the bag, that was the correct answer. The most important person in your life is you. If you're not good, if you're not happy, if you're not taking care of yourself, you can take care of no one else. You are with you all day. You tell yourself what to do, what not to do, where to go, where not to go. Like, you are the most important person to yourself. So why are you not treating yourself as you are the most important person? Like, it doesn't make sense. You can't leave you. You're stuck with you. So why not take the time to make yourself better? Take the time to eat better, to work out, to read, to invest in yourself, to set dreams and visions for yourself, to go for those things, because you are the most important person in your life. So I think it's really important that we take time to really value ourselves. I think sometimes we're taught that we have to just keep giving, and we don't take time to care about ourselves, and our own dreams and aspirations aren't important, especially after you have kids. People think that, oh, it's the kids that are the most important thing, but at the end of the day, if you don't take care of yourself, it's impossible for you to give 100% to your children too. The bottom line is you are the most important person to yourself, so you need to come first. Now, if you're ready to change your life and you want to start building your notary business today, go to notarytonotary.com and get into the ultimate notary training. Now, it's all tactical. It's going to teach you general notary work, loan closing, e-notary, tax financial management, the foundation that you need before you start going out and actually making money. You need to get a strong foundation in the industry. And so I'm going to be here to support you 150%, okay? So when you join the training, you can call us here at the Notary Business Center. You can email me at info@notarytonotary.com. You can ask questions right on your student dashboard. I'm always on social. So if you have like an Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all that good stuff, you can find me anywhere. And the beautiful part is I actually answer the phone. Well, mostly it's me. I answer the social media, I answer the emails. I have a team that helps, but I'm very, very reachable. And so I am here to help you regardless of the state that you are in. Whether you're in California, New York, Texas, North Dakota, Tennessee, it doesn't matter. I am here to help you take your time and your financial freedom back in your hands. And we're gonna do that in the notary industry. So if you're ready to get started, go to notarytonotary.com. And until next time, happy signing.